Rastaman throw and stone. Go! Run it up, Jesus!
Say everything. Destroy everything.
It can't go on like this, can it?
It can.
I just want a little bit of happiness, man. In football, in life. Liverpool, GCSE testing my patience. It's a mock exam, because all they do is get mocked. England, sure, through to the World Cup. But honestly, our group was Albania, the anti-Albania organization, a country that no footballer that's ever played in La Liga has ever wanted to go to for a football match before, and then a group of skiing instructors that can speak Spanish. If we didn't go through in that group, then English-German relations are at an all-time low. And that's really saying something. We'd have Tommy Tuchel chasing Jordan Pickford down the street for even thinking of conceding a goal against Andorra. But you see you, Nigeria.
When I'm through with you. Oh, when I'm through with you. Oh my God.
You've made the least of it. You never amazed to fail me. Don't even look at this shirt, fam. I'm from Benin now. And they didn't even qualify, but at least they tried. Nigeria have failed to qualify for the 2026 World Cup after defeat to the Democratic Republic of Congo in a playoff match, making it 2 missed World Cups on the bounce. Home to 233 million people, a country that has won 3 African Cup of Nations, an Olympic gold medal, a Catalonia International Trophy, and the FIFA World Best Mover Award of 2000. We're out of the biggest show on earth before it's even got started. The new biggest show on earth? My Twitch channel. Okay, that's a big stretch. Like, I don't even know if it's the biggest show in, like, East London. I started streaming over there. I'll be talking about real life football like this in real time, and also playing some Football Manager, and I'm streaming tonight. Links at the top of the description to make sure to go and follow and view. And so where did this disaster class of a journey begin? We take it all the way back to the beginning. After losing the 2023 African Cup of Nations final to Cote d'Ivoire, a side that had been eliminated earlier on in the tournament, it was time to start our World Cup qualifying campaign with a game against the tiny, surrounded by South African nation of Lesotho. We drew 1-1 to Lesotho. The population there is about 9. I tell you what, let's go with names that you'll know, all right? Calvin Bassey, cool, Fulham defender, very solid. Frank Onyeka, Alex Iwobi, Ademola Lookman, Taiwo Awonyi from Nottingham Forest, Victor Unserious on Twitter, Boniface, Kelechi Iheanacho. Sure, there was no Victor Osimhen leading the line. He was injured at this point, but we still had very, very competent players. Even our bench had Ola Aina on, Joe Aribo, Nathan Teller. These are good footballers. And then Moses Simon is here as well. This isn't generational talent, okay? But certainly for World Cup qualifiers in Africa against Lesotho, who are, where even are they in international ranking? Hold on a second. They're 144. 144! They're around the Philippines, Hong Kong, New Caledonia. And for a manager that had taken us to the final of AFCON, this was a disaster, right? But, okay, cool. It's one bad result. We can easily switch things around with a trip to Zimbabwe.
That is unbelievable. That is a bad one.
And don't get it twisted, this wasn't as bad of a result as drawing to Lesotho, but again, absolutely shocking and very questionable starting 11 here. It's like we didn't take the game seriously. We would then draw again to South Africa before losing 2-1 to Benin. Off the top of my head, there's not a single other player that I can think of from the nation of Benin. I'm looking at their team now. I still don't know. I've heard of Julia Ola-Aitan, to be fair, but that's because I signed him in Football Manager once. That's it. That's all that they have to offer. One guy that I've signed on Football Manager before. This was absolute panic stations. We were 4 games in to a 10-game qualifying campaign and we'd not won a single game. That was the difference maker. We were playing fucking awful football. The squad selection was absolutely diabolical. Finidi George came in and was shit as well. And it was too little too late. By the time Eric Chalet had come in as manager, we'd already done too much work. Our only decent performance, genuinely, this entire qualifying campaign came in the final match against Benin when we won 4-0. It's like we waited to do our homework till like we left it to the final moment, then did it whilst the teacher was collecting the rest of the people's homework, and we were just lucky because we were sat at the back of the class. We finished behind South Africa in qualifying, right, who, fair play to them, were easily the best team in this group across like the 10 matches. They got deducted points for fielding an ineligible player versus Lesotho. These lot didn't even read the terms and conditions correctly, and we still finished behind them in the group. It's like they failed their theory test and we lost in a Formula 1 race to them.
Come on, this guy's
This was a bad run of qualifying matches, given the quality that this Nigerian side has. When you think of some of the players in this team, It is disgraceful to not be qualifying for a World Cup that allows now for 10 African nations. People like Alex Iwobi, people like Victor Osimhen, Victor Boniface. Just off this alone, I was trying to break onto the Nigerian team bus to give Ademola Lookman the Ivan Juric treatment.
Open the door.
But what that 4-0 victory against Benin did at least do was give us a chance at still qualifying by putting us through into the playoffs, where we were dispatched pretty easily of Gabon 4-1 before coming up against DR Congo. Now in the build-up, there was drama. The hotels kind of looked like urban Afghanistan, and there was a dispute over player pay. To be honest with you, fam, they're lucky to be getting paid all after the World Cup qualifying campaign before that. It was tense. It was 1-1. Victor Osimhen coming off at half-time. Boniface was in stitches, arriving to the game late and realising that Osimhen had already been benched by the gaffer.
Whoa, man, I'm getting benched after 45,000.
We go through to extra time and then eventually penalties. Our first penalty taker, left-footed centre-back Calvin Bassey.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was never going to go well, was it? I don't even know why bro was taking the first one. Congo substituted a goalkeeper specifically for the penalty shootout, and he would be the difference maker, saving another one from Ajayi. In the end, it's DR Congo who give themselves the chance at qualifying for the World Cup via the playoffs. They got one more win, and then they're there for the first time since 1974. With the deciding penalty going in from Chancel, his birth certificate is accurate to around about 7 years, give or take, Mbemba. But for Nigeria, it's a second World Cup missed in a row. Victor Osimhen's mask was beefing him from the other side of the dressing room after the disappointment.
You make me sick. Leave me alone. Hiding in the shadows.
Our manager was realising that 50% of football Twitter were going to be onto him, sending him the most egregious online bullying abuse. We should have known our fate when we saw Calvin Bassey running around in quadruple extra large shorts that time. Meanwhile, the rest of Africa was laughing at us. The yam has been pounded, fam. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. I could be seen looking longingly at the emotion known as happiness, knowing that I can't have it after being let down by the nation of Nigeria again. I'm going to be doing up watch-alongs with my own squad. Alex Iwobi's watching this tournament on TV. Meanwhile, our boss concluded that Congo's goalkeeper had used voodoo before the penalty shootout. If it wasn't bad enough that we'd lost, we now have to get embarrassed by everyone as well. This is what our boss thought was happening whilst the Congolese goalkeeper was just reading the back of his water bottle. Oluwa Declan Rice is in absolute agony knowing his Nigerian brothers aren't going to be there. We've got 234 million people in this country and we couldn't put together 11 dons to get us to a World Cup. This team, our front line falls apart when Victor Osimhen just isn't around. Statistically, it's true as well. Like, we have absolutely no cutting edge without Victor Osimhen in the team. And in like a 2.5-year period where Victor has been injured quite a lot, we've only picked up, I think, a possible 4 points out of 15 without him being in the team. Which I know, look, he's very crucial to us. He's one of the best strikers, if not like the best striker in Africa. But when you look at the rest of the squad that we have, the players that can like fill in for him, it shouldn't matter. I'm gonna be so unbelievably honest. With the players that we have, we shouldn't be looking at Benin and Lesotho and going, oh fuck, we've not got Osimhen, we can't beat these lot now. South Africa are playing brilliantly, and I think their domestic division is very underrated. Like, they've managed to get themselves to a World Cup with a squad that exclusively play in South Africa, and I think that unity and togetherness has probably helped quite a lot as well. This Nigerian squad, whilst managed at times by absolutely fucking hopeless managers, does have a lot of egos in it and does have a lot of disruption at all times. It doesn't matter what's going on with this Nigeria, there's always some level of drama. There's always something going on. There's always at least 4 players that are criminally unhappy at their domestic clubs. Ademola Lookman for the last 3 years for Nigeria, it's like since AFCON, has been nothing short of a disgrace for our country. And I like him. I fucking love Ademola Lookman. I think he's a baller. But for Nigeria, fam, it was like Alex Iwobi for Nigeria, like pre-2021. Obviously a very good footballer, but for his country, just disappears when we need him. It's also like we settled for pens at half-time. When Osimhen came off, we're playing DR Congo. No offense to DR Congo, there's some good players for DR Congo. They've got Aaron Wan-Bissaka now, Noah Sadiki, Cedric Bakambu as well, obviously from Real Betis. Like, they've got some ballers, okay, but it's Nigeria. And failing to get to a World Cup where there are 10 open spots for is just bizarre to me. Like, that is criminal. And then the group that we were in is fucking absolutely shambolic. I'm smiling because I don't even know what to say, bro. Like, that's mental. Like, we've genuinely completely fucked it for no apparent reason. If we finish second in the group behind South Africa, it's disappointing, yeah. If it was just a situation of we slapped everyone else but we lost to South Africa twice, fine, whatever. Like, if they beat us, because South Africa are pretty decent, but it's the fact that we made such a hash of every other game. We drew to Lesotho. We lost to Benin. We drew twice to Zimbabwe. Christ, man, it's an absolute calamity. We're not bold enough going forward. For all the attacking talent we have, we don't. It's like we just want to play haram ball all the time. We don't have the facilities for that. It is absolutely shambolic, and I can't quite believe it. But that's it from me, man. Nigeria fucking fix up, bro, before AFCON, I swear down. Ghana fans, I don't want to hear it. You didn't even qualify for AFCON. That's even crazier. Not qualifying for AFCON is, sorry, you're just catching strays here for like, I'm lashing out. We lost to Chancellor and Bemba, for fuck's sake, bro. Oh, fucking...